Matt Bevin declares a statewide state of emergency due to the weekend flooding. We'll tell you what that means for the mountains. Meanwhile, a Powell County city declares a state of emergency at the local level as the Red River continues to cause problems. And officials in Knott County rush to repair damaged roads even as they continue to deal with financial issues.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 4:59 on Tuesday, February the 26th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Well, as you start to pay attention to things, you will not see a severe weather alert day mentioned in today's newscast other than what I said right now. And probably the happiest person in the building right now because of it is Brandon Robinson. Brandon, good morning.
Good morning to you, my friend. Welcome back to the dark times. But again, it's been an active few days and a lot of folks cleaning up across eastern Kentucky. A couple of good days to do that today and tomorrow as the sun starts to shine a little bit later on today. Let's go over to the cameras outside WYMT this morning. All quiet once again. And listen, I'll take this quiet pattern any day of the week and twice on the weekends where we had difficult weather, especially like we did this past one. MCHC Whitesburg camera this morning also quiet and quiet streets this morning too. Nobody moving around just yet across the region. Temperature's cold, so make sure you give yourself time to get those cars warmed up. 20s across most of the area, close to about 30 there in Jacksboro, Jackson, Pikeville, and Logan this morning. Wise as well. Across the state, 29 Paducah, 30 in the Tri-Cities, 27 up towards Cincinnati, 30 in Bowling Green. The out the door forecast features lots of sunshine, a cold start today, but almost 60 degrees later this afternoon. Some isolated location may make it to 60, so enjoy that sunshine, enjoy the warmth, because we got a little bit more of that on the way. I'll have that in the full forecast here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, we'll be back with you. Well, Governor Matt Bevin declared a state of emergency for the state of Kentucky from Washington, D.C. Monday due to the recent flooding. Counties across the state have made similar moves in the past week in hopes of receiving critical money to help fix vital infrastructure.
This will free up our Adjutant General to use National Guard resources, maybe personnel, maybe equipment, to come alongside at the request of local jurisdictions to be available to help them.
Now back here at home, the Red River is causing flood problems across Powell County. Emergency management says the river crested early yesterday morning, but several roads are underwater. Flooding damaged some homes and garages as well. Crews are assessing the damage. The city of Clay City also declared a state of emergency on Monday. Well, in the confluence community of Leslie County, people are still stranded this morning. Water released from Buckhorn Lake floods the roads in and out. Officials with the Army Corps of Engineers says it could take weeks before the levels get back to normal. WYMT's Macy Marie continues our team coverage and shows us how crews attempt to get supplies to the other side.
Surrounded by water and trapped. That is the reality for people living on the other side of Kentucky 257.
We're stuck until the water goes down, and if the debris is bad, and we're stuck even longer until that's cleaned up.
Austin Turner and his family live in Confluence. This is the drive there. Roads flooded and closed.
It's actually the worst I've seen in a long time.
Monday, groups pitched in to bring supplies by boat, the only way in and out.
If we got the means and the stuff to help people, why shouldn't we? I mean, we should all step up and do our part.
This entire trailer of food was donated, but getting it to the people in need is tough.
If I was trapped, I would want somebody to help me out.
Right now, conditions remain dangerous, even in a boat.
Maintain what you got, just in case no one can't get to you to give you more food or water.
Hoping those lending a hand can keep making deliveries to those in need.
Now, late yesterday afternoon, crews were able to get out on the water and deliver food. They first had to check for dangerous conditions like bridges and buildings that are underwater. Officials tell us the boat they took out on Monday is the only full-sized one owned by the county. Erosion from the recent heavy rain and flooding caused Kentucky Route 550 in Knott County to close. State highway crews found the road collapsing and worked quickly to repair it. Hummingbird Lane, a county road down the hill from the collapse, is completely blocked off by a mudslide that happened as 550 began sinking. Families living there are not able to get to their homes or leave them. Officials say they will begin working to clear the roadway soon.
We have not had this many significant incidents in this short amount of time ever.
Earlier this month, county officials declared a state of emergency because of massive amounts of damage from hazardous weather. Because of financial problems, the county is only able to work on roads that are completely blocked. Estill County has multiple roads that are still flooded and impassable this morning. It is forcing some people who live there to make major adjustments just to get through the day. Now that the water is starting to recede, one man finally made his way back home on Monday. He and his son left Friday in a truck and returned yesterday by boat.
The rise in the water was quite fierce, really. It started coming up real quick. And we've been here long enough to know that when it starts rising like that, it's time to get out.
Estill County schools were among several school districts that were closed yesterday due to flooding. In Southwest Virginia, officials are monitoring a landslide near the Big Cherry Reservoir in Wise County. Officials with the Sheriff's Department say the slide is below the lake and the Big Cherry Dam is not in any danger. Emergency officials went door to door telling people in the area about the incident, but no evacuations were ordered. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us right here on Mountain News this morning. A national treasure is marking a major milestone today. We will tell you what officials at the Grand Canyon are celebrating.
The rivers are going down, the sun will be shining later today, and the temperatures will get warmer later this afternoon. I'll tell you about our nicer weather pattern in about 3 minutes.